Alright, quick update on ApeCoin. So in the short term, we are still going sideways and heading down with this correctory move. Now, this region right here that we talked about in our last video, the 786 at 12.29, this really needs to hold, because if we don't hold 12.29, and you can see if we zoom in, we have just kind of poked our head below this region. It's actually here at 12.28, so we have just slightly broken down from this 786. That is the short-term fib. If we do take a more conservative move down all the way here, I'd probably say this is your last line in the sand. So 1153 really needs to hold. You can see this would be a retest of this previous all-time high, flipped to support. So this is really your last line in the sand. In my opinion, you know, as long as we do hold this level, this could play out very nice, because I see like a Wyckoff pattern here, where we've gone up, we've gone down, we've traded sideways in accumulation, and we've had a breakdown. This is called the spring, might be something else, but something like that, where we break down just below this low, and then we do have a big push up. So obviously we won't know if that happens unless, you know, we close a daily above the 12.29. In my opinion, you know, if the daily close does come in, you know, however long away it is for you, for me it's 4 hours away. If you're in the US, it might take a little bit longer. I would personally keep an eye on the US charts over the UK charts, because more people pay attention to the US price and the charts. So if we do have a daily close below this region here at 12.28, we would be coming down to the 618 in the short term, which isn't really a big drop, it's another 6%. But after we have lost this level, the market structure isn't necessarily invalidated. We do still technically have the 786 down here at 966, but I would be talking about this 1158, this 618 region here, being your last line in the sand, specifically because this is a new coin or a new token. Normally new tokens, they do go through these euphoric cycles, and once, you know, we do lose most of the market structure and come down to the 786, at least from what I can tell, it normally doesn't play out too well. So another reason why this could just be, you know, trading sideways and we are still bullish, we are kind of forming like a very nice bull flag right now. Now this could really carry us down if we trend sideways a little bit. This could carry us down to the 618, like I said, 1155. This would be your last line in the sand, and personally I wouldn't take the target of this bull flag. I don't like taking bull flag targets on coins and tokens that have just recently come out, because I feel like they don't normally work out. Sometimes we overextend them by a lot, sometimes we don't reach them. So at least from what I've noted in not so established coins and tokens, I'm not too bothered about taking the bull flag target. But nonetheless, I still will be looking at this flag. I do have my eyes on the 1153. As long as we do hold 1153, the macro trend is still very much intact. So finishing this off with Bitcoin as well, you can see Bitcoin is also slightly in the red today, but what I can see is we've been in this massive downtrend. You can see this this upper green resistance line that I've just marked green today, because it has flipped to support. You can see that we never managed to have a daily close above this trend line. If we do zoom in, you can see 2 days ago we broke above it, we went up a little bit, and now today we've come back and we've back tested it, and we've held it very nicely so far. We're not really coming up too strongly, but do bear in mind, you know, this was only a couple of hours ago. I will be keeping my eyes on what happens when the markets open tomorrow. Obviously Bitcoin trades 24/7, but the stock market is now closed, so I will be keeping my eyes on what the stock market does. That is a little bit of a distraction from what is happening in Ape, but basically, in my opinion, ApeCoin is going to follow what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin does start breaking down and we do lose this 41,000, then in my opinion, ApeCoin is probably going to come down to these lows, maybe down at, you know, around about 730. But either way, it would be a massive fall from grace. So yeah, I think this this bull flag is your last line in the sand. If we do break down abruptly, this 1153 is the last region that needs to hold. If we do drop that, drop below that, I would be expecting much lower price targets. So we can talk about that another day if we do break down, but at least in the short term, the market structure is still very bullish. we may not be in this up pardon me, we may not be in this uptrend anymore, but we are still trending up in the micro term. We haven't even started really to take out 786s. We're literally on the 786 right now, so all in all, Ape still does look pretty good to me. I would be keeping an eye out on a bounce around this 1153 like we talked about. So that is all I see for ApeCoin. Best of luck if you are holding this. Once again, none of this is financial advice, it's just my own opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out, peace.